Yes, you're welcome to my page. Always I'm Kato for crypto knowledge. Anything you need to know concerning about cryptocurrencies, just log in here and then you get what you want. Today, I want us to discuss about something that is very crucial in the crypto space, and it is none other than called fundamentals. What are fundamentals if you are to join cryptocurrency? Are you able to jot some of them? Is it the first time for you to hear it? Have you ever heard of it? Can we dive into it such that when you are to start or when you are to join the crypto space or trading cryptos, you understand what it means? Of course, somebody may pose a question or may table a question of him or herself by saying, in crypto trading, we talk about fundamentals. What does it mean? And of course, can we list some of them? Here, of course, we are referring to evaluate a cryptocurrency's underlying value based on real-world factors, not just price charts. This helps traders and investors understand whether a crypto asset is overvalued or undervalued, and what could affect its long-term performance. Therefore, fundamentals in cryptocurrencies are the core aspects that determines the strength, utility, and growth potential of a crypto project. So, these are non-technical factors that influences a coin or a token value. I want you to understand this from today. Therefore, most important crypto fundamentals to analyze. Thus here are a list of key fundamentals that commonly used in crypto trading. By the way, here we can have a fundamental factor and its explanation such that you can get the best that you deserve. We can talk about white paper, the official document that explains the project's goals, technology, user case, and roadmap. Of course, you need to know the documentation of the project that you are going to trade. It is very, very important and very, very crucial. Number two, we can talk about team and developers, the experience, credibility, and transparency of the team behind the project. It is very, very important, my friend. You have to make a research and understand who are the developers, the team, the community behind the project that you're going to trade. For instance, Solana, for instance, XRP, for instance, Ethereum, for instance, Memecoin, LTC, BNB. You need to understand who are behind this project that you want to invest your money in. Basically, if you are going for a long-term investment, it is very, very important. Number three, you can talk about use case or utility. What problems does the coin solve? You have to understand what was the objective of creating that coin. Is it useful in the real world or just a hype? You must understand the user case of that particular coin that you want to trade. It is very, very important. Number four, we can talk about tokenomics. Here we talk about total supply, saturating supply, inflation rate, and how tokens are distributed. It's very, very important. Here we talk about total supply, saturating supply, inflation rate, and how tokens are distributed. You need to understand how this particular token is being distributed. What is the supply? Number five, we can talk about community support. Active users based on social media, formula, and developers communities. They are very, very important. This one you can find it on Twitter, you can find it on Telegram, you can find it on Instagram. These communities are there. You have to make a research and understand the community and the supporters of this particular coin. It is very, very important. Number six, we can talk about roadmap and development progress. You need to understand the roadmap of that particular coin. In this case, we can talk about what has been achieved and what is planned in the future. In the roadmap, we need to understand what has been achieved what are their future plans, because they may have a plan of a short-term project whereby maybe the situation here and there, it could not favor them to proceed, and maybe they have a plan of stopping it or of selling shares. These circumstances always happen, so it is very, very important to understand what has been achieved and what's planned in the future. Number 7, partnership and integrations. This is very, very important. Collaborations with the companies, blockchain or institutions, they are very, very important. You have to understand the alignment, the partnership that they side with in this project. Number 8, you can talk about adoption rate. Here, what are we looking for? Is the token or platform being used by real users or businesses? You have to understand this. Number 9, competitor. What are the competitors of that particular coin? Are there other projects doing the same thing? And how does it compare? You need to understand all this, brother and sister. So when we are to access any coin, you have to understand the competitor of that particular coin. In this case, you need to understand, are there other projects doing the same thing, and how does it compare? You need to understand all this. Number 10, we can talk about regulatory risks. Government bans or regulations that could affect the project. Sometimes government can come out and say, we don't want that project to operate in the frequency of our space, and then the token can be banned. But the good thing with exchanges, they give a warning, they can give a notice, they can give a space so that you can convert some of your assets into another asset. So be careful with the notice. Go to the exchanges, check the notifications so that you keep posted or you keep updated. Number 11, we can talk about security. Here we can ask ourselves, has the project been hacked? Is it the code audited? How safe is it? You need to understand all these. They are very, very important. Number 12, market sentiments. Here we can ask ourselves how the general market feels about the coin, bullish or bearish, and this can easily be seen on the structure, on the market structure of that particular coin. Number 13, we can talk about exchange listing. Availability on major exchange increases trust and liquidity. When you are to buy that particular coin, try to find out on which exchanges was that coin that you are going to trade was listed. It will boost your courage to continue and trade that particular coin. Number 14, we can talk about on-chain data. We can ask ourselves, what is on-chain data? Blockchain data, like a number of wallets, transactions, staking, etc. They are very, very important. Number 15, we can talk about revenue models. We can talk about how the project generates income, if any. For example, we can talk about Solana. White paper shows it's built for speed and low cost transaction. Team includes ex-quantum engineers. We can talk about high developers activity and dApps being built. We can also discuss about listed on major exchanges. When you search Solana, you find out that it is listed on most of the major exchanges. This is another boost. We cannot forget about user case, fast blockchain for DeFi and NFTs altogether. So this is exactly what you have to understand about that particular coin that you are going to trade. When we are talking about fundamentals, we are talking about all these. They have to be on your mind. Now we can talk about final tips. Fundamental analysis is best for long-term investments. It helps you to identify strong projects early and avoid scam or hype-driving coins. So those are some of the fundamentals concerning about cryptocurrencies. Next video we are going to talk about technical analysis by analyzing the structure. what do you need to understand about the market structure? It is very, very important if you are to make money in cryptocurrencies. I want us to talk about just on main factors that can help us to make money in the crypto space. See you there. I sign out.